Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Video Game Dungeon. My name is Tyler, aka Commander Orox, and today we are starting a new segment of many to come called the Reviews from the Dungeon. The first game we're going to be talking about today is Assassin's Creed Chronicles China.
Alright, now for those of you who do not know, Assassin's Creed Chronicles China is a 2.5D side-scroller set in China in 1526. Now when I say 2.5D, that means you go from the initial game plane in the front to transition to the back plane of the game. Now it's a pretty cool feature to add a more modern feel to this old school genre of game. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge side-scroller fan. There's a lot of classic side-scrollers out there. Now, I do want to go ahead now and introduce the main character. Her name is Xiao Jun. She's a 21-year-old assassin, born in 1505. Like I said, the game does take place in 1526 China, so that would make her 21 years old. She is the very last assassin in the Chinese Brotherhood. Now, so far, what I've played through the game, one thing I do like is the upgrade system. You do earn upgrades such as health, ammunition increase, different aspects of the upgrade to the character based on your scores during the missions. Now, in order to score in the missions and get the higher scores, you need to take a more stealth approach in the game, which there are some new assassin tools that are utilized in the game to make the game really fun. I will go over those in just a little bit. Now, with the upgrade system, like I said, you have to get the highest extreme score possible in the levels to earn the most upgrades for your character, which I think is pretty cool. Now, when you take and you get these upgrades, obviously it's kind of like a leveling system without the level, which is more upgrade leveling, so to speak, which I think is pretty cool. Now, the stealth in the game is pretty fluid. You can go from cover to cover, obviously do stealth kills from the shadows. Now, in this game, you do want to take a more stealthy approach than a more head-to-head, hands-on, right in the fray combat. Rah! I'm in there fighting. I mean, it's fun to do. Everyone loves to do it, but it does decrease the points you earn towards getting upgrades for your character. Now, more along the lines of the weapons in the game as well, you do have a sword, obviously, for main fighting. You do block attacks. There isn't really a parry anymore. It's more so it kind of a parry. It's more of like a block, and then you roll over the Templar to get a better advantage for combat. Obviously, just like in any other Assassin's Creed game, you do have to worry about getting detected or caught. You do have to hide bodies in this, which the stealth kills are pretty cool, because if you kill a stealth shadow kill, you pull them right into the shadows and hide the body. Now, the Eagle Vision, obviously the iconic Eagle Vision. Shout out to my boy McJuggernuggets. You're the man, Jesse. But now the Eagle Vision, obviously the iconic Assassin's Creed Eagle Vision is still there. It's really useful. It shows paths, different targets, targets that may have items you need to proceed through the levels. Speaking of levels, the levels are pretty expansive. I enjoy exploring them, looking at the detail, the different features, or items or things that they do put in the levels. It is really, really, really cool. Like I said, they're pretty expansive levels, so I'm pretty happy with this. So far, it seems like it's going to be a decent size game, or at least provide a decent amount of gameplay time. I play through games super fast. So I'm hoping this gives me a little bit of gameplay and it ain't too short. So far, I'm going to say that it's pretty long. I should be closing in on the end pretty soon. I do want to also mention that this is a 3-game series. This is the first, which is obviously China. Then it's going to be the second and the third are going to be India and Russia. I don't know which order those are going to be in, and I'm not sure when the next one's coming out. Obviously, this one just came out on the 21st of April. Now, it hasn't been out too long, so I kind of wanted to get a review in there about the game. Overall, I do like the game. It's pretty fun. The story is pretty cool so far. I don't really want to give too much away about that. I'm just giving you a vague review and description of the game so you get an idea. I do recommend going out there and picking it up. It is only $9.99. The price point is great for the game. It's not bad at all. I highly recommend everyone going out and give it a try. Great job on everybody who made the game. Excellent job as a little side game in the Assassin's Creed universe. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I've played them all. But yeah, it's a good game. I'm going to give it, I'd say, about a 7 out of 10. Another thing I do want to mention real quick that I did enjoy a lot is the Chinese hand-painted art style on the cutscenes, which are pretty cool. That's another thing to keep an eye out for. The only one thing that I did see is that the combat is kind of laggy. I mean, most of the game, the stealth, the running, is fluid, but the combat to me just seems kind of laggy. That's one of the downfalls or cons of this game. I do overall enjoy the game a lot. I recommend everybody go out there and give it a try. Like I said, for $9.99, you can't go wrong. Another thing that the game does rely on, obviously it's an Assassin's Creed game, is the sound. Your footsteps, your jumping, falling. But one cool thing about the weapons in this game is they utilize the noise bomb and the whistle for a distraction. I think that's really cool. I mean, you could do stuff like that in the old Assassin's Creed games, but the way you can utilize it in this is pretty awesome. Like I said, overall, I would say go out, play the game, give it a try. I highly recommend it.
I want to thank everyone for watching. I also want to thank everyone who has supported the Video Game Dungeon this far. I really and truly appreciate it, as well as I appreciate the subscribers we've gotten. Thank you very much. Now come and check us out on Twitter at Video Game Dungeon with spaces or @Dungeon_cast. And thank you all very much. I greatly appreciate it, and see you all next on the next dungeon adventure.